I went through hundreds of courses, watched countless tutorials, and compared the most popular learning paths for machine learning. And you know what I found? Everyone says something different. Some tell you to start with Python, others throw complex math at you right away. It's no wonder so many people feel confused and stuck before they even begin. But here's the truth, you don't need to learn everything. You just need to learn the right things in the right order. And to help make your journey easier, I took a deep dive into how some of the top universities in the world, like Stanford, MIT, and Oxford, actually teach machine learning. I studied their course structures, the topics they prioritize, and how they build your understanding step by step. Based on that, I've created a simple and well structured roadmap just for you. This roadmap will guide you on where to begin, what topics to focus on, and it even includes free resources to help you start learning the smart way. Alright, so without wasting any time, let's get started with the very first step in your machine learning journey, that is to build a strong foundation in math. And by strong foundation, I don't mean you need to be an expert in every topic, rather, you just need to be comfortable with a few key areas. Start with linear algebra, which deals with vectors and matrices. These are used in almost every machine learning algorithm, so understanding how they work is essential. Then move on to calculus. It helps you understand how models learn and improve, especially when it comes to concepts like derivatives and gradients, which are used in model optimization. Next, focus on basic statistics. It will help you understand your data, compare results, and measure how well your models are performing. Finally, learn some probability. This is important for understanding how models make predictions, especially in classification problems. If you're looking for resources, there are free courses by MIT on all these topics. But if you want to learn these concepts in one place and in a simpler manner, I'd recommend the 6-hour Statistics for Data Science full course by Intellipaat. This free course will equip you with all the fundamentals of stats needed for machine learning algorithms. Step 2, learn programming with Python. After building your math foundation, the next step is to learn programming, and Python is the best place to start. Python is simple, beginner friendly, and widely used in data science and machine learning. Its clean syntax makes it easy to learn even if you're new to coding. So you can begin with the basics like variables, loops, functions, and object oriented programming. These are the building blocks that will help you write clear and efficient code. Once you're comfortable with Python fundamentals, start learning the most important libraries for data science and machine learning. First is NumPy. This helps you work with numbers and arrays. Then comes Pandas, which is great for organizing and analyzing data. Matplotlib and Seaborn help you create graphs and charts to visualize your data. To get started, Google offers a free Python class that's perfect for beginners. And if you want to learn the libraries I mentioned, I have created full courses on NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. You can find them directly on YouTube or on Intellipaat's channel. Step 3, get started with supervised learning. Once you're comfortable with Python, it's time to step into the world of machine learning, starting with supervised learning. This is the most common type of machine learning where the model learns from labeled data. In simple terms, the data you feed into the model already has the answers, and the model learns to predict those answers for new data. You'll start with basic algorithms like linear regression and logistic regression. These help you solve simple prediction problems like predicting a number or classifying data into categories. After that, you'll learn about regularization techniques such as L1 or lasso and L2 or ridge, which are used to avoid overfitting and improve your model's performance. Another important part of this step is model selection. You'll need to understand how to balance bias and variance to choose the best performing model for your data. And then you also need to learn how to evaluate your model. Evaluation can be done on some key metrics like mean squared error, MSE, which is for regression problems, and accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score for classification problems. These metrics tell you how well your model is doing and help you compare different models effectively. To learn these topics, I'm going to tell you guys about the free resource after the next step of our roadmap. So step 4, explore advanced supervised learning techniques. Once you're confident with the basics, it's time to move one step further and explore some advanced machine learning algorithms. These models are more powerful and can handle complex problems better. Start with Naive Bayes, a simple but effective algorithm that's great for working with text data like detecting spam emails or classifying news articles. It's fast, easy to understand, and works surprisingly well in many real-world tasks. Next, learn about support vector machines or SVMs. These models are especially useful when you're working with data that has many features. SVMs try to find the best possible boundary between different classes, which makes them very effective for classification tasks. You'll also come across decision trees, which are known for being easy to interpret. They work like a flowchart, making decisions based on conditions in the data. While simple on their own, they become much more powerful when combined in ensemble methods like random forest and gradient boosting. These techniques combine multiple decision trees to improve accuracy and reduce errors. You can check out UMBC's Supervised Learning course on edX. Here, every topic is explained with clear visuals and simple language, making even the hardest ideas easy to grasp. Step 5. Understand unsupervised learning. Unlike supervised learning, where models learn from labeled data, unsupervised learning is all about finding hidden patterns in unlabeled data. This means the model tries to make sense of the data without being told what the correct output should be. It's useful for tasks like clustering, customer segmentation, and simplifying large data sets. A good place to start is with clustering algorithms. Begin with k-means clustering, which groups similar data points together based on their features. Then explore hierarchical clustering, which builds clusters step by step, either by merging or splitting groups based on how close they are to each other. After clustering, move on to dimensionality reduction techniques. These methods help you reduce the number of features in your data while keeping the most important information. Start with principal component analysis or PCA and factor analysis, both of which are commonly used to simplify complex datasets and improve model performance. You'll also come across more advanced tools like Gaussian mixture models, GMM, and the expectation maximization algorithm. These are useful when you want your model to work with probabilities and uncertainty. To dive into these topics, you can check out Stanford's CS229 lecture series, or if you like UMBC's course on supervised learning, they also have a similarly structured course on unsupervised learning. Step 6. Dive into neural networks and deep learning. This is where machine learning gets really exciting. Neural networks are the backbone of modern AI, and deep learning models are capable of solving problems that were impossible just a few years ago. Start by learning how basic neural networks work. Understand perceptrons, activation functions, and the backpropagation algorithm. Once you're confident, move into deep learning concepts like CNNs for image tasks and RNNs for sequence based data. You can also explore autoencoders for representation learning and more advanced models like retrieval augmented generation or RAG, which are used in model language models. Some amazing resources here include IBM's Deep Learning with TensorFlow and Keras course. There's also a free book called Deep Learning with PyTorch if you want a more technical deep dive. Step 7. Explore advanced topics in AI. At this stage, you can branch out into specialized domains within AI. If you enjoy working with language, natural language processing might be the perfect fit. You'll learn about tokenization, sequence modeling, and state-of-the-art models like BERT and transformers. If you're interested in decision making and robotics, reinforcement learning is another exciting area. You'll explore Markov decision processes, Q-learning, and policy gradients, basically teaching agents how to learn through experience. You can also look into learning theory to understand what makes models generalize well. And finally, it's important to learn about AI ethics, how to build responsible models that are fair, interpretable, and aligned with human values. Stanford's CS224N for NLP, David Silver's reinforcement learning lectures on YouTube, and Mozilla's ethics in AI initiatives are all great free resources to guide you here. Step 8. Work on real projects. The best way to learn is by building. Start with simple regression and classification projects using open datasets from platforms like Kaggle or the UCI machine learning repository. As your confidence grows, start working on more complex projects like image classifiers, sentiment analysis tools, or even reinforcement learning agents that can play games. Document everything on GitHub, share your work on LinkedIn, and maybe even write blogs about what you've learned. This not only solidifies your understanding, but it also helps you stand out when applying for jobs. So this was the 8-step roadmap to get started on with your journey in machine learning. If you guys found it helpful, do hit the thumbs up button. Thank you and see you in the next video.